Hello everyone, I'm Lolo Tracy, the RC chick from Toucan Hobby, and right here I have so many skid steer loaders. So these are going to be from LESU. They're going to be the LT5 loaders, so the tracked ones are the LT5, and then we have this wheeled one over here, that's the LT5H. So we have so many different colors you can choose from for this one, and of course you can get your own customized painting for this model. Now, starting from our first one over here, of course, these LT5 skid steers do come with an openable bucket, fully hydraulic attachments that you can add to these two extra channels. And of course, this one is going to be in this white, green, and red color on the back over here. So we do have a similar one right here, but this one is mostly just black, white, green on the back, as well as on the front we have the green teeth. So you can have all sorts of different colors. You can have it customized, any part that you want. We can make the color that you need. Now coming over to this one, this is also going to have the black over here on the top, the white on the arms, and then black over here on the door to the battery compartment, the fully black bucket on the front. But over here, I think I really like this color. It's going to be the red with the black all over. So this is all red. So you can choose any RAL code that you want for us to paint the color for you, or you can pick up any of these that are already made. And then over here, we do have this nice, awesome yellow color with gray. Gray for the cabin, gray for the bucket, black teeth over here, and of course the entire back is going to be yellow, and then gray over here in the tracks. Coming over to our wheeled one, it's going to be fully in yellow and black, and of course we do have some red parts over here on the supports for the entire arm. Of course the wheels can also be painted, so you can choose whatever wheel hub color that you need to paint. And of course in the back we also have just the fully yellow color. Now coming over to this one, it's going to have more of a special color combo. So we have our green, we have our blue all over here. Of course the cylinders are also painted in this blue color. Over here in the back we have the red for the door, and on the top we have this really bright gray with an upgradable part, so you can add any sort of lights on the top of the cabin that you may choose. And of course any controller that you want to connect with this one, you can just let us know, we'll change it for you. And of course over here we have the gray and the blue plates. So this is pretty cool. This one of course is attached with this grapple attachment, so this is hydraulic for the two extra channels that we have over here on the top. Now over here we have the LESU A0036 trailer plate. So this is going to be designed specifically for the LT5 loader, so it fits perfectly for any LT5 or the LT5H wheeled loader. So it is made completely out of metal and wood parts, and of course your rubber tires that we have over here. So it is painted and customized at Toucan Hobby with an added light system, so you need to control it using a light module that you need to add over here. So on this side we do have a full metal stand that you can use if it ever gets too heavy and falls down. You can just simply use this stand. So for the materials used over here, most of it is going to be some stainless steel plates, as well as some aluminum alloy for these parts over here. And of course we have some wood parts on the trailer as well as on the back on the tailgates. Now how to use this support stand: first of all you have to remove this tiny little pin that's over here with the chain. After you remove that, you have to remove the second pin, which is the larger one. Pull it out, and then you can easily lift it down or press it down. So it can be either one of these holes that you can see. So you can be here, here, or down there. So if you do not want it to go down once you put something heavy on it, so you can put it maybe on the second place right here. That should be enough, and then it will not go anywhere. And over here, of course, we have our full metal wheel hubs with a paint job. We have black on the center, red on the outside, and of course the normal silver as well. So full LESU tires, super soft ones. And of course, coming over to the back over here, we have our upgraded light system that we added at Toucan Hobby. So these parts are just upgrades, so you need to request if you need a light system on your trailer. And on the back over here, so the tailgates can be brought down manually. So there is a pin on the side over here. All you have to do is move it up Oh, and I guess be careful, hold this. So also you can actually adjust the distance of the tailgate. So same thing over here, just move it up, drop it, and then adjust. If the tracks are too close, you do that. If they're far apart, you do that. And now for the size and measurements of our trailer over here, for the length, it's going to be at around 30 centimeters. And then for the width, it's going to be around, I'm thinking 16 centimeters wide. And of course, over here for our skid steer loader from LESU, it's going to be absolutely full metal everywhere, apart from obviously the windows and our rubber tracks that are pretty easy to remove and replace to clean out whenever needed. And of course, I really always like that there's the LESU logo right over here in the final drive. It always just makes it look that much better. So of course, we do have our hydraulic cylinder over here, another one over here. This is for the opening and closing of the bucket. And of course, we have two more right over there. Now coming up over here, we do have our detailed cabin interior. So on the inside, oh come on, okay. Now on the inside, of course, we have the operator's seat and some sticks over here. So everything inside is going to be plastic parts. However, everything else is going to be metal parts. And of course, this little skid steer does weigh a few kilos on it. It's quite heavy. Oh my gosh, I need both of my hands to be able to actually lift it, which makes it best suited for, of course, our trailer over here is meant to be able to hold all of its weights and even more. So for all LT5 assembled by Toucan Hobby, so we set them up with the i6S from FlySky, the controller. So first things first, of course, I'm gonna always turn it on. And then go in the back over here, open up the battery compartment, uses this connector and then just connect it on. So the battery compartment is really small, so you get this really tiny 2S battery 800 milliamp LiPo. And now for operation of our LT5 loaders, they're all set up in the same way, pretty easy. So over here we have your left track, right track. So that's your left track, your right track. You can have to push them both at the same time in order for them to move. And of course, pinpoint spin as well. Pretty easy. For your sound, it's going to be on here. Original LESU sound. So it's not very loud. There's no volume control for the sound. And then right over here, that's going to be our headlight switch. So over here, headlights, and of course, lights in the back. We have our indicators as well, so spinning left, right. And of course, for this one, you have to turn on the hydraulic pump. There is no mix control, so this is going to be a hydraulic pump. Medium is just fine, or you can go high, but medium should be enough. So now this joystick over here, that's going to be your larger arms, your larger boom for this. So it's pretty easy, pretty straight. You never have to add hydraulic oil to this one because we already assembled it and added. There is no easy way to access the tank, so it's actually pretty easy. You just run it straight out of the box. And then over here, that's going to be open and close the bucket. Here, it's going to be dump. So simple, lift. All right, now let's look at how to change the attachments on this one. So first things first, you have to unscrew this part as well as on the other side. And then go under, find these two pins, push them together, and then lift it off. Then this is not a hydraulic connector, so we don't have anything hydraulic connecting here. Then you need to close them up with these pins. So if you're getting any attachments, you have to remind us to send you these as well. All right, so for this one, since it's not hydraulic, so first things first, you have to find the hooks, make sure it's in the correct space. pull this together and then let them go free and lock it up. So now it is in place. So now that we have our rake attachment on, of course, you can do things like that, lift it up. Be careful not to scratch the actual, because it's really close. So if you go down with this, it might be a bit of a problem. So you don't want to do that. And for our upgraded version over here, of course, it has an upgraded light over here, but this attachment can be used on any of the other skid steers. So this light is going to work the same as the headlight, so you can switch in between different modes for that light on the top using the same switch. And then, of course, you still have to turn on our hydraulic oil pump in order to use our grapple attachment over here. So let's try that out. So you can see for the grapple attachment, it first one comes up and then another one comes up. So let's just... So this is because we only have one in and one out for the nozzles. So it has, the hydraulic oil has to run through both of them in order to go back to the pump and be pumped in again. So this is the normal way that this is going to move. So we've got our grapple attachment over here. Close it up, lift a little bit. I think we're going to need to go a little bit higher. Let's see if I'm able to load our skid steer over here. A little bit close. Uh-oh. There we go. So it literally fits so perfectly on this trailer. Oh! Should not have done that. So first things first. Lift this up. Okay, that's as far as it goes. Oh, okay, you know, I'm not the best operator, but that was fun to do. And then just turn off the pump, turn off the sound, the engine, and you're good to go. All right, everyone. Now that was our LT5 hydraulic tracked skid steer loaders with, of course, an option for the wheeled one, the LT5H. So all of these are from LESU and of course painted and customized and assembled by Toucan Hobby. So if you want to get yourself one, you know who to go to. Just contact me, or my contact information will be given to you right in this video. Just look for it right here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.